Hello everyone, so in this video again we have a very interesting question for you pertaining to mensuration and pyramids in general. A pyramid has a triangular base with side 20, 20, 24 and the three edges of the pyramids are the three corners of the base to the fourth vertex of the pyramid, all have length 25. Okay, the volume of the pyramid is m root n where m and n are positive integers and n is not divisible by the square of any prime. Okay, so we need to find m plus n. So if we talk about pyramids, so pyramids generally have a shape like, say if I talk about pyramid, let me draw it from the top view. Yeah, pyramids are, okay, just let me draw this a little properly. So this is how a pyramid actually looks like in general. So if we talk about the dotted lines will be something on this lines. Okay, so this is the general idea behind a pyramid. Okay, so where here the triangular bases are concerned, so these are the triangular bases, so length here giving 20, 20, 24. These are the triangular bases of the same as well. So this is the whole idea behind a pyramid in general. So now if we look at the question itself, so we can see let the base be triangle ABC with AB equal to 24 and rest is it's an isosceles anyways. So therefore if we are looking to find the altitude to the side AB, that will be so since triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, is an isosceles triangle, so therefore the height from the base would be given by 1 by 2 root under 4a square minus c square. So where a is the equal side, a equal sides, and c is equal to non-equal side, equal side. Okay, solving this we have 4 into equal sides mean 20 square minus 24 square. Okay, further solve the same, so we get half into 32, so therefore the height being 16. So I hope this much is clear. Here the height being 16, so therefore base area will be given by area triangle ABC, which will be half into 24 into 16, which is 192. Okay, so I hope this much is clear. Now let's do one thing. Let the fourth vertex P be a tetrahedron. Okay, the upper point, that will be tetrahedron and the midpoint of AB be M. So fourth vertex, let fourth vertex H1 equal to P and M equal to midpoint of AB. Say, since P is equidistant from A and B, A, B, C, so P is in a top, so whatever P is somewhere here, C is somewhere here, so this is the base. So P is since equidistant from all the 3 points, since P is equidistant. Okay, let me do one thing. This is a square base. Let me just represent the diagram a bit more clearly so that you can have a better idea as to how the actual representation of the same would look like. Equal sides. Suppose this is my first base, second base, okay. The third base would be somewhere around here, say. Okay, and it will be joined this particular point. So this one is P. So here what we have already taken, AB is 24, let this be A, this will be, this is 24, let this point be C, 20, 20. So this is the how the figure will actually look like. This is the pyramid with reference to this particular question. Okay, so as we can see, P is equidistant from both all A, B and C from A, B, C. So a line through P will be perpendicular to plane of triangle ABC. So if we draw a line perpendicular to P, straight through P, it will be perpendicular to this particular plane. Okay, this particular plane, it will be perpendicular to that. Okay, I hope this is clear. And it will also pass through the circumcenter of the triangle, because it will fall, since the isosceles triangle, it will straight pass through 0. So let's call this particular point, say this particular point as O. Okay, this particular point, we will call it as O. Now O is again, since it passed through the circumcenter, so if your OA will be equal to OB equal to OC. Okay, so here again O is equidistant from all the 3 vertices, so therefore we can actually conclude OM let this point be M, right? We have already mentioned M, midpoint of AB. See, this is that. So here OM plus OC will be equal to CM, since it's a straight line, but CM is the height we already figured out to be 16. So let OM equal to D, so therefore let this be 1. Okay, so therefore we can further write D plus CM, so CM being this entire line, so D square plus 144 equal to 16. Okay, so now with this in general, if we square both the sides just to remove the square root of the same, if we particularly solve this particular equation, okay, So we have, so you can square both sides and then simplify the same, and then subsequently you can actually substitute the value in accordance to that also. So you have d equal to 7 by 2, and if we further figure out, you will have d square plus 144, which will be equal to 25 by 2. Okay, so this is you can simplify the same, simplify squaring both sides and then subsequently substituting the value 1, so that way you can easily determine. Now if we take a look at triangle AOP and triangle say AOP and triangle BO, remember this particular point is O, BOP and COP. Okay, if you take a look at all this, say COP, this particular triangle, if we look at all this triangle being, okay, just let me do one thing, let me show you the solution of the same. So there might be some difficulties while you try to solve this, and then I'll subsequently go ahead and do this. So I'll do something. So squaring both sides, we'll have d square plus 144 plus 2d root under d square plus 144 plus d square equal to 16 square 256. If we further simplify the same, we have 2d plus 2d into 2d square, my bad, 2d into d square plus 144 equal to 112. Again, if we take 2d as common, we have d plus root under d square plus 144 equal to 112. Okay, so now if we substitute d plus 144 by 16 from this particular equation, if we substitute the same here, so we have 32d equal to, so substituting 1 in 2, we have 32d equal to 112. If we solve the 2d 16 32, which can be further written as, so d equal to 7 by 2. So therefore this particular term d square plus 144 can be written as 25 by 2. Okay, so I hope this much is clear. Now let's see further how we can go about. I've solved this particular part so that there's no confusion as to how we have to obtain these values. So having said that, let's further take our calculation to get further results on the same. Okay, so now let OP, so OP being this particular length from here, this particular length, let OP equal to H, and using Pythagoras theorem, in using Pythagoras in triangle AOP, triangle BOP and triangle COP, all three are congruent triangles. Okay, by the way, all three are congruent triangles. We have 25 square equal to h square plus 25 by 2 whole square, which will be further given by 625 equal to h square plus 625 by 4. So therefore h will be given by 25 root 3 by 2. Now what we have is, we already had the base area being, we already had the base area initially, which was equal to 192 that we determined initially. So therefore volume of a pyramid is actually given by 1 by 3 into base area into height. Okay, so we have 1 by 3 into 192 into height being 25 root 3 by 2. Okay, so by this thing, 1864. So this will further give me 32. So 25, 32 here. What we have here is 25, 150, 750 plus 50, 800 root 3. So here m is equal to 800, n is equal to root 3. So therefore m plus n will give us 103, which is our final answer. So I hope this is clear to you, the approach we have adopted towards solving this question. This was a general case of mensuration, particularly a triangle pyramid in general. So all we did was simply define various variables pertaining to this particular formula, this one. So initially we figured out the base area and then worked all our way to determine the height of the same, so that we can simply figure out the volume of the same. So if you have any difficulty trying to understand the question, go through the video as many times as you wish, so that you can have a clear understanding of the same as well. And also, once you're going through the entire thing, try and solve this question on your own, so that you can get a better idea on how to approach this kind of problem. The problem was a fairly interesting one, but all it involves was a simple assumption and simple observational base based on a 3D figure like a pyramid. So hopefully everything was clear to you. Try to solve this question with this video as a reference, so that you get a better understanding. So with that said, we have come to the end of the video and I'm signing off. Thank you so much.